It's Arden back again from Arrows186 to do yet another video on 17's Hello Style channel back to school series. So this video is going to be my tips and tricks for taking the perfect school picture. So I'm going to give you guys 5 key things to remember when you're taking your school photo, because I know that sometimes they can either turn out really, really bad or kind of okay. But we'll hope that these tips really give you guys that boost to take a great photo for school. First things first, when you're going in to take a picture at school, for girls at least, we like obsess over what we wear and, you know, what we look like, what makeup we're wearing. The main thing I can tell you about picking the right clothes and the right makeup is that you want to stay matte. When that flash goes off for the camera, anything that's shiny, anything that isn't going to absorb light is going to reflect it back, and if you're wearing a very bright top that maybe has like a little bit of a sheen to it, it will bounce back off and make you appear bigger, and that glow will take away the glow from your face. Along with having matte clothes, you want to make sure you also have matte makeup. If you're going to wear lipstick, if you're going to wear lip gloss, don't wear lip gloss. One thing you can do is add a little bit of gloss in the center of your lip just to bring it forward a little bit, but don't fully gloss your lips. Make sure you're either using a matte pencil if you want color, or just something like lip balm that isn't going to make a big sheen on camera. Because once again, that's not very flattering when you have like a big light blob on your face. But if you have really, really shiny metallic makeup, that light is going to reflect off of it, and even if you're wearing like a deep like, you know, brown crease color with a lot of like reflex gold in it or something like that, that light is going to bounce off and it's going to make your shadow not look as deep, and it's just going to look like makeup. Does that make sense? So what I recommend is using any kind of matte eyeshadow. I like matte eyeshadow anyway because I think it looks better on camera, and I think it looks better in real life too. So definitely think about investing in some good matte eyeshadow. And tip number 2 is something that I think is very important for school photos. Don't be too experimental in what you're wearing and what your makeup looks like in your school photo. Unless you're wanting to be able to look back 20 years and be like, that was a terrible style I just wore. Try to keep things classic. Think J. Crew, Gap, Banana Republic. Don't think Forever 21, Wet Seal, and Zara. I know all those things are really, really fun, but maybe 20 years down the road, that purple lipstick you tried on wasn't so flattering. And if you're looking to make that statement, go for it. I am not one to tell you not to. But for me personally, I want to be able to look back and be like, that was a cool style I had. Good classic job, Arden. Pat on the back. But you know, that's totally up to you. Tip number 3 is that even though you do want matte foundation and you want matte eyeshadow and everything, you can apply highlights to not only your decolletage, and then it calls like your decolletage, I don't know, your collarbone, that's what I'm gonna call it. Apply a little bit of highlighter on your collarbone. You can apply a little bit of highlighter on your cheekbone. If you have an outfit in which your arms are gonna be exposed, for me personally, I can't wear stuff that doesn't have sleeves on it for my pictures. But if you do, you can add a little bit of highlight on the tops of your shoulders and a little bit of bronzer on your arms just to contour yourself and look a little bit more, like, not necessarily thin, but like streamlined. Same thing, bronzer on your cheeks, just something that will show up on camera because it's either matte or a highlight, because that's what cameras are. They're all about playing with either light and darkness, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have that balance, and you know, bronze cheeks and then a highlight that kind of balance each other out will make your photo look better. Tip number 4 is a very useful tip, and this can be used in really any situation in which you're going to be taking pictures, but I learned this from Lauren Conrad's style book, so go get that if you're wanting to like learn a lot of awesome stuff. You're taking pictures, you know that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, my cheeks are about to give out, oh my gosh, this is terrible. The way you can activate other muscles so that you're not so tired is by taking your tongue and sticking it on the roof of your mouth and pressing upward. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a death grip, but you know, like press up enough so that your jawline will activate, your neck will activate. It basically just makes it so that your mouth doesn't get so tired and like awkward looking when you're taking pictures. In between shots is do the whole kissy face, because it relaxes your muscles and forces them to go back to their natural position they would normally be in, so your photo doesn't look unnatural when you're taking it. So number 5 is like the one thing, if you don't get anything from this when you're taking a picture, is to please do not slouch in your photo. Do not like wilt in your photo. When you're taking a photo for school, you want to look like you're like, yeah, I'm ready to take this photo. Draw everything in, stick your shoulders forward a little bit, maybe one behind, depending on what they tell you. They normally tell you to sit like this, which is good because any kind of 3/4 length view that you can get will make you look more flattering. Stick your chin up and out and smile with your eyes and your mouth. Listen to Tyra Banks. Also, another thing to remember is to suck in breath and hold it when you're taking your picture, because it just tightens everything up and it makes you look more ready to take a picture. I know these are all like kind of weird things to remember. Obviously you don't want to look too stiff. You don't want to look like, I'm ready for school pictures. But I mean, you know, anything like that can help just make you look a little bit more presentable. Since that was lesson, or I guess tip number 5, I am all done. So I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to stay tuned for more videos on Hello Styles channel. I will see you guys hopefully next time. Bye!